Great, great. Now, this is the new setup that we are going to be using from now onwards. If you want, a lot of things can be done with the software, but let me show you something here. This is the setup. Random shuffle 18, 1, what 5. Here, a couple of things. Progression divided. We are going to work on in the future. It's still working on. It's still under progress. So let's get to it. This is a random numbers generated file which we are going to use. But before we get into it, let's look at something. This is a result. This is a result of this setup, right? When you see the ones that I used to say, the ones are predictions that won under 5. So look at how many times the software is winning under 5 spins in a row all this time. And it lost one. And it won again, it lost one. It won again, it lost again, it won again, it lost one. It won, won. All these predictions are under 5 spins to win. I am going to do the demonstration so you are going to see. Look at this. Look at all this. So all those ones that I'm canceling right now are the predictions that won under 5 spins. So we are going to do the test in real for us to see. All right. Okay. Let me rotate this 90. And again 90. So that is going to be 180 and you're going to have it perfectly. Good, like that. Now, let's go. I begin by inputting the numbers, right? So that is it. And then once we are into predictions mode, I'm going to record it as I recorded it on the sheet. And I will explain something very crucial to you to understand and how to play when it comes to this kind of setup. Because if the software is winning 95% of the time and the 5, there is a possibility that we can make a lot of money by knowing what is happening inside. And that is why I say we can win 365 days in a row if you do the right thing. Of course, if you do the right thing only, that is when you can have that. If not, you are not going to be successful if you play. I will tell you the truth. I'm not lying to you. I want to make sure that you make money and you win consistently. So these are the predictions. For this demonstration purpose, I use a bankroll of 6,000. So let's go. My next input is going to be, of course, I was supposed to, yeah, I will get it done. My next input is what? After 16, we have 32. So let's count. 1. We did not 1. All right. And then 5 from 32, there is a 6. That is a 2. So that is a win. So it is under 5. And I write 1. That's what I've been doing on this. Same thing that I've been doing on this. Same thing. And then the next what? The next spin was 27. We didn't hit. We have a 32. 35. That is 2. And then on the third spin, 22. Another hit. So when it's a hit, I wrote 1. "22 is a hit. Right after 22, Calculation is done. Next input was 7, which is 1, did not hit. Next input after 7 is what? 30. You can see that, and it's a hit. Again, it's a hit. All right. Right after 30, right, next input is what? 28. Another hit. What do we want me to tell you? That is Roulette syllabus. It's doing its job. Right after that, we have what? We have 2, which is 1, did not hit. Right? We have 22, which is 2, 28, which is 2, it did not hit. We have 27. That is the third spin, did not hit. We have 17, being the fourth spin, did not hit. And players, look at that. On the fifth spin, we hit. With what? Number 1, hit. So this is exactly what I was doing behind the scene. Look at all this. So right now, in front of you, I have already got 5 spins in a row that I'm winning under 5 spins. 5 hit in a row that I'm winning under 5 spin. Right from that, we have what? We have 30. 1 spin, did not hit. We have 21, second spin, did not hit. And please, players, look at what? 35. Sorry, 33, 34. How about this? Another hit. So I put 1. How many times do you want me to tell you the search for is powerful? I don't have to say anything. You just watch and you learn. So we go again. What am I doing right now here? What am I doing? 31. Did not hit. I'm doing it in front of you. All right. What? 16 did not hit as a second spin, right? Third spin is what? 9 did not hit. And hello, fellas. Look at that. The fourth spin, okay, very good. Fourth spin did not hit. Look at that. Because after the calculation was done, we did not hit. So fourth spin did not hit. Very good. Very good. Very good. Did not hit. And please, fellows, look at it. Fifth spin is what? 27 did not hit. So what do? I put an X here. Exactly, that is what I have shown you here. So here, we did not hit. So we consider that as lost. And as the software is doing calculation in 5 spins, right now, we consider it as not win. So this is another series of bet, which of course I'm going to show you what to do, right? And the first spin of that series of bet, we won. So we put 1 here. This is the same thing that I did on this sheet. And also if you come here, you see, I had it 3 times in a row. Then I have a lost, which is an X. Right after the X, there is a 1. Now, if you look at this note, I have come out with something that I written here, which I'm telling you that right after what? A lose and a hit. This is one approach that you can use. Right after a lose, which is what? A lose like this. And we hit with 23. We want to hit another 1 time again in a row. And let's see. We are going to hit this one. So here we will say bet. So right after, an example is we begin by recording. All right, we begin by recording. And when we have an X, all right, and then we have a 1, all right, right after that 1, we want the software to win another time in a row because it has been winning a lot in a row. Look at this. And let's see from there. 1, all right, 2, all right, The third spin is what? 5. The fourth spin is what? 35. And then the fifth spin is what? 36. So let's see if the calculation still keep, if the prediction still keep 36, that is going to be a win. So I can explain to you. Exactly. Good. Boom, we hit. So that is a win. So it is going to be like this. Exactly like this. Sorry, that is a 1 here. So it's a 1-1. So all that I'm trying to explain to you is that when you have this setup and you don't want to play by doubling up, quadrupling, and doing anything you want, and you want to play very safe, all you do is you begin to record it on like this in an Excel file or in a notepad. And when you get to a place where you have an X, that means the prediction did not 1 under 5 spins. You put an X. And then you start again because the static algo number is going to change. You will see. And then you win under 5. Right after you win under 5, virtually, you are still not playing. You are supposed to bet this one. And you win. You win. So look on my Excel, look on my results. I started off by saying I recorded from here. I lost. And I lost. In that scenario, I lost. But right after I hit, look at it. I won. I lost. I won virtually. I was not betting. And I won. I lost. I won virtually. And I bet. I lost. I won virtually. And I bet. And I win. I lost. I won virtually. I bet. I win. Look at that. I lost. I lost. I won virtually. I bet. I win. I lost. It won virtually. I bet. I win. It keeps on winning. It keeps on winning. And then it loses one here. Then it won virtually. Right after that, I bet this prediction that is given to me, I win. I leave it alone. It lose again. It win virtually. I bet here I win. I leave it alone. It lose virtually. It won virtually. I bet real. I win. I keep on recording. It lose virtually. It won virtually. I bet real. I win. I keep recording. It lose virtually. It won virtually. I bet real. I win. It lose virtually. It won virtually. I bet I win. It lose and win virtually. It lose virtually. It won virtually. I bet I win. It lose and lose. It won virtually. I bet I win. So look at how it is working. The same thing like this. It's the same that is going to happen to you. So this approach is by, you start by recording and look at how many times the software is winning. Look at this. How many times is it winning in a row? All these predictions are winning under 5. I can count for you to see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 times in a row, 21 times in a row. All the predictions were winning under 5. And this is just set up. Then it lost. It won. You bet. You win. Look at that. Based on this setup and a lot of tests that I have done, it is only being able to lose 2 times in a row. It is only being able to lose 2 times in a row. That is one factor. So, by betting, you can choose one approach. The first approach is you let it lose 1 time, all right? You leave it to win 1 time, which of course you are still not betting, so you let it lost under 5. It won under 5 right after the lose, and whatever prediction is given to you, you bet, and you win. By that time, you are not able to follow the progression because the progression is going to carry off with a different thing. If you are that one where you can use the progression. That one you can use the progression. So when you start by recording, as I'm doing right now, if you can, and if you want to play this way, which is very safe, In that sense, you can even play with 50 cent if you have a bankroll of 500 unit, because you don't play much bet. You play only the secured bet, which I guaranteed under 99.9% to win under 5, based on the setup that I'm giving you right now. So you let the software lose virtually by recording, and you leave it to win right after that. So the unit per bet will reduce back to 1. And whatever prediction is given to you, you bet. You win. If you don't win from that prediction, which of course I'm going to explain, if for whatever reason, it becomes win, lose, win, and then you were betting, you lost again. You have to stop for it to win, then you bet. That is all. But then you are going to use, anyone who is using this form of play is going to use the external calculator, which when this happens, when you bet here, when you record from here, and it lost virtually, it won virtually, you were betting real and you lost. What you have to do is to stop, leave it to win virtually again. Unit per bet will come back to 1. You use the external calculator and the Roulette syllabus or the link that I'm giving you, and you use it to bet here and you win to recover. That is one approach. Or you keep on recording until, look at what I've written here, until you have had a situation where the software has lost 2 times in a row. And when the software loses 2 times in a row, it is going to look like this, XX. And when it's an XX, 2 times in a row, or it's going to be under 5 spin, you lost, under 5 spin, you lost. The third one is a win, based on what I have got to see right now, because I have done a lot of tests. I only give setup that I have tested and proven is going to give you a consistent profit before I put it outside there, right? So right now, if the software you keep on recording, it lost. You're recording, it lost again. So it's going to be 10 spins total, not hit. Right after that, the unit per bet is going to increase. Your total investment is going to be higher, in around 2,000 to 3,000. Don't worry about that. The next prediction that it gives you here, right? You bet. But then you use the external calculator to bet, because it is going to show you high unit per bet on this table, on the software, which you don't use that one. Then you start off by betting, because you are going to win. It is not going to lose three like this in a row. Based on what I have got to see, I have not seen any of this based on my test. That doesn't mean it is not possible, it is going to happen. But based on what I have gone through till now, it has never happened like this. So whenever you have the possibility to wait for this particular setup, only for this setup, not any other setup, if you're able to wait till it gets to XX, the next prediction is going to give you bet. But then you use the external calculation to do the progression. What do you do if you don't win also this one? If you do not win also this one, all right, that means it is going to be like this X. And the static algo number is going to change, which of course you are going to see it is going to change. Next one, I repeat, you bet. Because you're not going anywhere. You're not going to have like this in a row. X, 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 X in a row. Of course you're not. So what you do is, when you bet here and you lost again, which of course I have never seen it, which of course I believe you are not going to see it. But even if it does happen, that means there is something wrong somewhere. The numbers are repeating on the wheel. You have to be aware of that. The next change of static algo number, you still bet. You don't have to wait till it wins virtually before you win, because of course that one is going to be like first spin to hit. And then you bet from there. And then you win. What I have got to say that is that you don't try to recover everything all the time. Remember, play professionally, you don't try to recover everything all the time. So assuming you are betting this way and you lost, it is going to be maximum 58 unit or 60 unit invested or 70 unit invested. You don't try to recover all this amount at one time on your next bet. What you do is you divide it by 3. So after every lose and win, bet one time or 2 times. If you loses, wait a lose and win to start a recovery. Divide by 3. So what do I mean by this statement that I was writing when I was doing the test? When you play this way that I'm teaching, that you keep on recording till the software get an XX in a row like this, then the next one you bet this one, right? You're going to bet this one. Even if you lose this one, which of course I have never seen it, but even if it does happen, you don't have to worry yourself to climb up with the progression, betting 6 unit, 8 unit on the next bet to recover everything. You can choose to bet 4 unit. And when you win, you wait, you put whatever you have recorded. You haven't been recovered. You put it down. So let's say you invested 58 unit and then you won. You didn't win. Next bet, you're going to bet, let's say 2 unit to win 72. To make profit, you bet 4 unit. And when you win, you're not going to make profit. You're going to have a negative balance of, let's say, 30 unit somewhere. You wait for this scenario again. This X and X again, and you start the recovery. Now, this approach is for people or players that want to make consistent money by having no effort. It is not easy. Let me tell you one thing. It is not easy to have a scenario with this kind of setup that I'm giving you right now. X in a row like this. It is not easy. You can go for like 200 spins and you wouldn't have that. Or you may not have that. But when you do have it, it's gold. You are going to make profit from it. So there are 2 things you can do. One is you wait for 1X. That is 1 lose in a row. Right? 1 lose in a row. 1 virtual win, which of course is a virtual win because you still don't bet, you want to win. And then you bet here to win because you're going to make a lot of profit from there. And you can see from this example that I have just destroyed this, but let me show you here a lot here. Let me choose this one maybe. Yeah. So this is what happened. I was recording. It lost. It lost virtually because I wasn't betting this one, just like I'm doing right now. It won virtually, and it tells me to bet this one, and I bet I won. I stop. I keep on to record all these wins. I don't play. I wait for a lose, a win, and I bet and I won. So you're going to see that 90%, 95% of your bet is always going to be under 5. And if you do wait for 2 X's in a row before you begin to bet, that means I have recorded 100%. I have recorded 100% of my bet winning under 5 spins. All right. So with that much confidence, if you have tested it for a very long time and you got to see the result that I'm telling you, you have your own confidence, you have your own belief system in you, then you can bet more. But make sure you don't bet more as even if in case it does happen, X, you're going to lose much. It's not a lose from my software. I don't call it a lose. It's called a negative profit because the next predictions, if you follow the same pattern of betting, you're going to recover everything, which is guaranteed 99.99%, which I might not call it 100%, but you are still going to make profit. So once again, this is Roulette syllabus stuff that I'm teaching you right now to go with it. If I will keep on with the test, I can keep on inputting a lot of numbers for you people to see how effective the software is winning. All right. But I am working on something here, which of course I want to show you in this video. These 2 buttons that you see, or these 3 buttons, 1, 2, 3. If all get activated, the software becomes gold, or I would say diamond, because there you don't have to worry about anything. Plug in what I give you, deposit the money, play and win. Simple. No questions. You win, you don't win, you lose, you record the video, you give me exactly as it is telling you, I give you back your money, and I put 50% on top of that. We have no business. And if you still want to do business, you still email me and we can carry on from there. Right? Good. 3. Again, there is a win. So if someone has the bankroll, let me tell you something. If someone have enough bankroll, that is why this setup requires a lot. So I put 6,000 unit as a bankroll. If somehow one has the 6,000 unit, which of course converted to 10 cent is going to be 600 unit, or if someone has 1,000 unit and uses 10 cent bet, you can carry on with this bet without having to worry anything. Just put it a step. You have 1,000 bankroll, bet 10 cent, don't do anything, follow the software. You are going to make a lot of money. All right. Because the setup is deadly poison. It is winning, 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 winning. But only some few times that it loses, that is where it takes you down and you have to know how to solve it. Another win again. All right. What else do you want me to tell you? Look at this. From there, from 26 is a hit, right? Right after that, 11 is a hit. What else do you want me to tell you? Look at this. How many times is winning in a row, right? So this is what we have to come to conclusion that it is powerful. We have to just find a way to make profit from what is happening, because a lot of wins in the software and only few loses in it. The second spin, all right? I'm recording everything for you to see. The third spin, again. The fourth spin is what? 1, again. And the fifth spin is what? 14. And let's look at if 14 is going to be still there after the calculation is done. And hello players is there, so we won. Have nothing else to tell you. So that is the Roulette syllabus. Explaining to you how we can carry on with this form of what? Bet. The setup. Look at this. So right now, let's say the software has given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 predictions. Software has given 13 predictions and lost only one time under 5 spins. So do the average, people. Do the average and tell me if the software has given 13 predictions as of now with 65 input and has won 12 predictions under 5 spins and has only lost one prediction under 5 spins, what else do you want me to tell you? So our last input was 14. All right. There is what? 11. If there was 11 input, look at 13. Another hit again. What else do you want me to tell you, brothers? That is Roulette syllabus. I am showing it to you. It is available for whoever wants to make money and a consistent profit. I'll end up this video here, and if there are any questions, you ask and I will explain. The most important thing is you understand what was going on here and we can make profit from it by recording, safely waiting for 2 X's in a row. All right. And you bet the next one. It has recorded 100%, never fail. As I'm talking to you. You may see that by counting yourself or by looking at the static algo number changes. This particular number will change in every 5 input. That's Roulette syllabus. I'm out.